bugging into the studio for the buzz is the Queen Bee. Rach, Happy New Year. How you doing?
Happy New Year to you, too. I'm doing all right. How about yourself, Devin? Long time no speak.
I know. With the holidays and we had some games, it's been a 3-week hiatus from the buzz, and we've missed this segment. I know our listeners that like to play Buzz Time Trivia have really missed this segment, and let's get right into it. And what's our lead story today?
All right, the lead story is the blackout for the playoff games. Have you heard about this yet?
Oh, yes. I can't believe it because it's kind of shocking, to be quite honest with you.
I know only Philly versus the Saints right now. The Eagles versus the Saints are the only game right now that has been sold out without a problem, so they're fine. But everybody else, even the Packers, still have 7,500 seats remaining against the 49ers. So 3 out of 4 games right now are in chances of blackouts, which is ridiculous because guess what? Not everyone can make these games. So they're going to screw the rest of the fans that, want to see the games on TV. I don't know if they'll actually go through with it, but can you imagine if 3 out of 4 playoff games you're not able to see?
Well, in your local markets, you'll be able to see it in St. George, Utah, or L.A. You just won't be able to see it in your local market, and that's scary for those hometown teams. I think somebody would probably step up and buy those tickets, and I don't think that would be an issue. One of the networks, or remember there was the situation where ESPN actually bought some of the tickets at one point in time from them. So I know that a friend of mine, Rach, was in Seattle, and he had 3 phones ringing to try to get tickets. And remember, they've got a bye week this week, and he had 3 phones ringing. When he finally got through, the cheapest ticket was $1,100. The cheapest bleacher ticket was $300 and something. So Seattle, thinking ahead, they've got hawk fever out there. So it's surprising that a team, especially like Green Bay, is having trouble selling these seats.
I know. Well, I think part of the reason, honestly, is these high ticket prices, like you were saying, is look at the economy. You cannot charge people. The average person cannot pay $300 for seats. They're thinking about bills. They're thinking about paying off other things, and that's. I mean, they have to look at that. I mean, it's unreasonable at this point.
They did extend the deadline. They might have to lower ticket prices a little bit. Certainly, you just went out and had Christmas. That's part of the equation. And obviously, we'll see what happens. The Green Bay one, though, of all of the markets, shocked me. The Packers. I mean, I guess it's freezing cold in Green Bay, and it's probably pretty cozy and cheaper beer to watch it on your couch. So but
they're used to it in Green Bay. That's the thing, is like they've never had trouble in the past. I mean, don't get me wrong. Those forecasts on Sunday suck. It's supposed to be a high of 0.
Maybe we should just pimp Philadelphia. They sold their game out. Then we don't have to. Philly fans, well done. Maybe we should give some love to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Good job, Eagles fans. You've actually really still stepped up and manned up and been part of your team. But honestly, think about it. You've got, more than 6,000 seats left for the Colts against the Chiefs. You've got, for the Bengals versus the Chargers, you've got 8,000 that were, as of yesterday, down from 10,000 on Tuesday. And then, like I was saying, 7,500 for the Packers. This is not a small problem.
Well, and the other thing that I think you have is I've been to 2 NFL games this season. I went to the Seahawks and Arizona game down at University of Phoenix Stadium, and I took my 9-year-old son with me. And when we got there earlier, we were down on the front line watching Seahawks receivers catch passes from Russell Wilson, and we run into a couple very drunk and unruly fans. I mean, and it was the Sunday night game or the Thursday night game that night, and I was kind of a little bit scared. I mean, we were quick to leave that area and go to another area just because of the language and whatnot, and so the Monday night game came up in Seattle when they played the Saints, and I said, you know what? It's a Monday night game. I've never been to a Monday night game. My son's never been to a Monday night game. We got a chance, bonding experience. We're going to go. And I was a little bit nervous. But in Seattle, of course, we're Seattle fans. Maybe that had to do with it. And we did have a couple friends with us in the same section. But half of the section was high-fiving my 9-year-old, giving him fives. Do you want anything to drink? It was loud as could be, but it was such a better experience. But I know there's fights, there's drunks, you don't know who you're going to end up sitting next to. There's all these scenarios that could be part of the problem as to why they're not selling more tickets. It's disturbing for the league, though, to say the least.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's definitely turned from football's always been considered, the family game and everybody going. And you still had beer, but there was more of like an understanding, I feel like, a few years, even up to a few years ago. And now I feel like it's more of a free-for-all at games.
Well, I can go without beer at a football game, no problem. Baseball game, I'm not so sure.
Let's not go crazy when it's springtime.
Well, it's warmer weather. It's a slower game. You get the peanuts. I don't know. I don't know. What's our next story, Rach?
All right, so I don't know if you saw this, but there was this reporter, Brooke Graham. She was doing this live interview about cross-country skating on TV for KUTV, and she flat out fainted. Did you see this?
I did not see this, no.
Okay, this video's up on, the link for the video is up on my Twitter, ESPN The Buzz. But what's great about this is she's doing the interview, she all of a sudden falls flat back while on cross-country skis. She wakes up, and the guy, of course, freaks out, leans down next to her, and she wakes up and starts doing the interview again. So she did her own interview about that she was, writing about in her blog. And she said her and her twin sister have both fainted before in high altitudes, and she says, I was feeling myself getting lightheaded, and I tried to warn the producer I was sick. So after I went down, I sat up and had no idea how long I'd been out, but saw the camera pointed at my face and decided to keep on talking.
Good for her.
So she actually finished the interview on the ground with the guy kneeling next to her.
She should get a raise.
Holding her body up.
She should get a raise. She should have got extra for that story. Yeah, I'm the same way, but for me, it's not high altitude. It's when I get my blood drawn. I have to be laying down, my feet up, and looking away from the needle, or I passed out. That's the kind of the thing in my family. I remember when my sister broke her arm, went to the hospital, and I saw the blood and everything. I passed out, and I wasn't even the one hurt. So I know there's people that have those little things like that. And obviously, kudos to her for finishing the interview. I would have maybe moved down to the bottom of the resort, got out of the high altitude, then finished it or reshot it. But if you're doing it live, you really don't have a choice. And I guess this was live.
This was live. So wait, Devin, if you pass it over that, I take it you never donate plasma? That's just my guess?
No. Won't consider it. I'm sorry. I don't feel like passing out to donate plasma.
Oh, weenie, save lives, buddy, save lives.
You don't have to worry. I'll never inject myself with HGH or steroids or do heroin. I hate needles.
Really? You're not even going to do heroin? That is amazing. You should applaud yourself right now.
Let's move on. Next story. What do we got?
Okay, the Aaron Rodgers story. He has the best quote of the week. I'm not gay. I really, really like women.
I did see this. How could you not have seen this? Short and sweet and to the point. I don't know, but I wonder where the smoke and the fire is on this. Why was this even coming about?
Well, there's not a ton about his private life. He's really good about, for the most part, keeping his private life private, obviously with a few blips. But there was apparently some rumors that a lot of people had heard working their way around the internet suggesting that he was gay. They weren't that really convincing, but they were intriguing enough that, a bunch of outlets did reporting on them. And, a lot of reporting suggested that it was a dry well, and they weren't getting anyone to talk on the record, which they would have liked. A lot of different outlets would have liked to do. But the thing is, with the media, if things are unaddressed long enough, they will become true through sheer repetition. Like an example is like how Barack Obama is a Kenyan, because nobody said for a while that he's not. So Aaron Rodgers did this whole thing, and he went on the radio and he addressed the rumors directly, and that's pretty much that. And personally, I would think Aaron Rodgers is the best authority on Aaron Rodgers.
I would agree with that. You would think he would know about himself more than some guy down the road that happened to walk past him at the grocery store.
Exactly, saying he looks like a manly man with a football in his hand. Exactly. So, it would have been really awesome if the first out NFL player were a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Is this a catfishing scheme? Do you think somebody's just trying to stir the pot and just distract him so they lose another game?
Maybe. Maybe that was the plot in the first place. But
because it does appear in the way he responded, I would, if you asked me if I thought he was gay or not, I would say no, I don't think he is.
No, exactly. But, the fact is he's kept his private life quiet. But just the way that he handled it, saying, I'm not gay, I really, really like women. Not just a single really, but double really. Like, all right, well, I guess that answers that question.
Yeah, man, they got to get ready for one of the marquee matchups of the weekend, the San Francisco 49ers, after he rallied them for a nice win against the Bears last week.
That is, unless it gets blacked out and no one can see it. It all comes around. It all matches up. All right, let's go on to Jimbo Fisher and Mickey Mouse. Please.
Mickey Mouse and Jimbo Fisher. I like this. Where's this going?
Okay, so Jimbo Fisher, as you know, he's the current FSU coach. He's in talks. He's been in talks to be the new Mac Brown in Texas. He had this meet and greet with Mickey Mouse at Disneyland. So it shows him shaking hands, blah, 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 doing the photo. Or not, just like doing the photo. So anyway, after the photo was taken, the guy, of course, in the Mickey suit, sorry kids, reaches out to shake his hand separately. Mac Brown completely leaves him hanging. Leave, dude, you just left Mickey Mouse hanging. And I just saw Saving Mr. Banks last night. So let me tell you, a little more like inclined to say, what the hell, bro?
That's not nice. Every little girl around the country, if they found out, would hate Jimbo Fisher. By the way, Jimbo Fisher's bosses didn't hate it because he got a new 5-year extension at Florida State recently. So obviously they didn't see and care that he left Mickey Mouse hanging.
Exactly. Well, what's so funny is, because you know we've been talking about Tom Brady. There's been all these gifs online about him getting, you know, him doing the high five and being left hanging repeatedly. This is so much worse.
It is worse. It is. And he was looking right at Mickey. I haven't seen this. So he was looking right at him. He clearly saw the 5 out, and he just totally shined him.
Just turned around, kind of like meandered his way back, and you see like someone like in the end of the video kind of like darting in the frame and try to fix it. But, dude, you're cold. That is so cold, bro. You left Mickey Mouse hanging.
Man, there's no kid left in Jimbo Fisher. The kid's got to come out at that point, and you got to just slap Mickey Mouse 5. Come on, Jimbo. Come on.
Shake his hand. Give him a hug. High five. Do something. Don't leave the man hanging. The mouse.
I'm with
Come
you.
on.
I'm with you.
So there you go. So Jimbo Fisher, nice work. All right, let's go on. Geno Smith. So as you know, it seems like every year the Jets have a private part scandal.
Yeah.
Okay? So, as you know, fresh off his rookie season with the QB, taking over for Sanchez, blah, 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 he's now undergoing my beloved Jets rite of passage, which is his own fault. Like I say all the time, but this one is ridiculous. So apparently Geno Smith has had a girlfriend for a long time, but he decided through the lovelies of Instagram to get in contact with this girl who he decided to have a relationship with on the side. FaceTimed her, texted her, got her to come out to see him in Chicago, then spend Christmas with him, have unprotected things going on with him. She finally finds out he has a girlfriend and flips her lid. Decides to release a bunch of photos of his special places all over every media outlet.
Oh, no. That he serves him right. That's what he gets. That's why he's not winning more games. This explains it all.
If you're going to two-timing your girlfriend, at least tell the mistress.
Oh, man. That explains why he's an every other week quarterback. He looked decent one week and terrible the next. I think it's an ongoing problem with Jets quarterbacks.
This is why my Jets are just screwed, and I just do not hope for them.
At least
Super Bowl.
At least we didn't have to hear about this story with Sexy Rexy. If this was Sexy Rexy that was into this selfie scandal, I wouldn't even want you to report this.
Oh, that would be so wrong on so many levels. Thank God, let's not go this far. Yes, at least it's Geno Smith, who is all right. He's not my favorite, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, like, dude, come on. Like, how could you not realize that, first of all, she'd figure out eventually? Second of all, have we not learned from everybody else, Brett Favre, everybody, that eventually these pictures, they come out?
Well, and now he's going to have a problem getting any girl. Well, that's not true. He's going to have trouble getting a classy girlfriend.
Exactly. What I'm saying is he's probably, like, his girlfriend's probably going to peace out, but, you know, there's a lot of gold diggers and, you know, friggin' chick stick athletes for the most part. So, you know, I'm sure he won't have trouble again, but whatever girl he's going to end up with is going to be checking his phone.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Nice work, and special story for the week before we go to Buzz Time Trivia. So apparently, the story's so ridiculous. The Patriots have Hulk Hogan's title belt hanging in their locker room. That's my story. Not sure why, what's up, but all I know is why. That's my question. Why?
Fake it to make it. Fake it to make it to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
How's that?
Fake it to make it.
That's why. That's why.
Tom Brady hanging again.
I can't do a Hulk Hogan impersonation. I almost want to do a Randy Savage impersonation right now, but I don't think I could pull it off. That is the buzz with the Queen Bee here on Sports Radio 106.1. We've missed this segment. We'll take a quick time out when we come back. We're not done yet. Buzz Time Trivia. We'll want your phone calls, and it's a new year, so we're going to go easy on you today. Multiple choice for the first time and probably the only time on Buzz Time Trivia. You can be the first contestant. Give us a call, 673-9398. We'll play on the other side.
It's time for the Buzz with the Queen Bee on the Devin Dixon Show.
Yeah, fired up. Buzz Time Trivia in effect right now. We welcome you back. Show today brought to you by our friends at Sunset West Bowling Center. 9-Iron, the official drink of Sports Radio ESPN. Rocky Mountain Collision, some of our great local partners bringing you the festivities. Let's bring back in the Queen Bee and our first contestant, Tyler. Are we ready for a little Buzz Time Trivia? Queen Bee, you ready?
I am all ready.
Tyler in the red corner, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here's your question.
All right, here we go. So the topic of the week is record breakers in the MLB.
Okay.
Ricky Henderson blew away the Major League in 1982 when he stole an amazing 130 bases with the Athletics. Whose season record did he break? Lou Brock, Harmon Killebrew, Mo Vaughn, or John Kruk?
Oh, Tyler, you should know this. You should be all over this. You shouldn't have to think about this. Who are you going with?
Killebrew.
No! No! Oh, Tyler.
Brock.
You knew it wasn't Vaughn. You knew it wasn't Kruk. All right, that was tough between those two. Thanks for playing, Tyler. Dang, I thought we were going to get going with a win. 673-9398, 673-9398. For the first time ever, multiple choice. Let's go back to the phone lines. Who's this?
Sterling.
Sterling, here's your question.
Hey, Jeff, what are we giving away this week?
We got Dixie State tickets. We've got Jimmy John sandwiches. We got Fabulous Freddy's car washes. We've got all kinds of stuff.
All right, sounds good. All right, here we go. Since intentional walks became an official statistic in 1955, Barry Bonds became the first player to be given 100 intentional walks when he was walked intentionally 120 times in 2004. Whose record did he break of 68 intentional walks in a season? A, Dizzy Dean, B, Babe Ruth, C, his own, or D, Honus Wagner?
Oh, man. Oh.
I want you to think about it. Also, 1955 is when this statistic came into play.
Sorry, what was that last part you said?
Statistics came into play only in 1955, so think about that as well.
I'm going to say Honus Wagner.
Nope, his own.
Yeah,
His own.
No wonder you put his own on there. I was thinking that as you said his own. Why would you put that on there other than unless you're just cruel, mean, and unusual, unless it was actually the correct answer. Sterling, thanks for playing, man. All right, 673-9398. I had that thought, Rach. I wasn't sure.
I'm trying to make it easy. I'm trying to start the year off easy and getting multiple choice.
Well, we're now 0 for 2, so that's not working so well. Let's see if our listeners can redeem themselves. Let's go back to the phone lines. How you doing?
Baseball people, call in. If you know MLB, call in.
Our next contestant on the line, who's this?
This is Corey.
Corey, all right, here's your question, Corey.
All right, here we go, Corey. Amazingly enough, the great Cy Young retired in 1911, breaking the record for most career losses as a pitcher with 316. Whose record did he break that is 310 career losses?
I thought this was multiple choice.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to give the multiple choice. My bad. Louis Tyant, Catfish Hunter, Put Galvin, and Don Drysdale.
Drysdale.
No, Put Galvin.
Oh, easy.
Thanks for the call. 0 for 3. Who wants a piece of multiple choice? Multiple choice might even be tougher. 673-9398. 673-9398. Back to the phone lines we go, playing Buzz Time Trivia. Who's this?
Chris.
Chris. Warm it up, Chris.
All right, here we go. The legendary manager Connie Mack retired in 1950 after coaching for 53 seasons, appearing in 7,755 games. Whose managerial record did he break for most career games? Walter Alston, Dave Bristol, Yogi Berra, or John McGraw?
Yogi Berra.
Nope, John McGraw.
Oh, man.
Thanks, man.
Hey, appreciate the try. Wow.
I would have thought Yogi Berra as well, honestly.
Well, I didn't really realize Yogi Berra coached. I mean, I think of him as more of a player. John McGraw to me is more the manager. But that was a tough question. There's no question. Let's go back. There's no question that was a tough question. Serve up an easy one here, Queen Bee. Who's our next contestant?
This is Buck, Devin.
Buck. All right. Save us from this 0 streak we're on. All right.
I'll try, sir.
I want to know how to pronounce this. It's like Ikairo Suzuki. Am I saying this right?
No, Ichiro.
Ichiro.
Tootsie Roll.
I've never been a huge MLB fan. I apologize. I'm more of a football girl. Ichiro Suzuki of the Seattle Mariners broke an 84-year-old record by poking out 262 hits in 2004. Whose record did he break of 257 that was set in 1920? Roger Hornsby, Joe DiMaggio, Pete Rose, or George Sisler?
Hornsby.
No. It's Sisler, isn't it?
Yep, it's Sisler.
Oh, you should have bought a lifeline. I remember that because I'm a Mariners fan. I remember seeing that graphic. Sisler was the guy. You knew it wasn't Pete Rose. You knew it wasn't DiMaggio. So you were down to those two. And Hornsby is the more common name. But good to hear from you, man. Keep trucking. Thanks for listening.
You bet. Thanks, Devin.
All right, we are 0 for today. We've got, 5:53. We got time for a couple more calls. We got to get on the winning track here. Let's go back to the phone lines. How you doing?
Good.
All right, here's your question.
All right, when Barry Bonds of the San Francisco Giants hit 73 home runs in the 2001 season, whose season record did he break? Roger Maris, Mark McGwire, Babe Ruth, or Sammy Sosa?
Oh, you should get this. You got to get this. We got to break.
That was Mark McGwire.
Yes!
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 There we go!
Yes!
Nice work!
Yes! I was so worried we were going to go 0 for. Oh,
yeah.
Yes! All right, who's this?
This is Tyler.
Tyler. Hey, I got a Jimmy John sandwich. I'm going to throw in 2 tickets to the next home game, which is January 11th when Dixie State comes back to the Burns Arena. Nice job today, bud.
Thank you.
All right, Tyler finally breaks through and gets us into the win column. Can we get a little winning streak put together here? Do you think we can string 2 together here?
I would hope so. If there's some, real MLB fans and kind of history nuts with it, they should get this.
All right, let's try to string a couple hits together here. Let's go back to the phone lines. How you doing this afternoon?
Good.
All right, here's your question.
When Pete Rose retired in 1986, he had appeared in 3,562 games in his hustling career. What career Boston Red Sox player's record did he break for the most career games? Willie Stargell, Carl Yastrzemski, Ron Santo, or Ernie Banks?
I'm going to say Yastrzemski.
I think
Nice work. We got a streak going.
Yeah, 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
You knocked it out of the park.
All right, who's this?
This is Sterling. I got back in.
Dude, I love it. 1 for 2. You're batting 500, my man.
Go for the
Thanks.
goal.
All right, let's see. I got a Zion Golf gift certificate, and we'll throw in a free Smash Burger over there at Smash Burger. How's that sound?
Yum.
Sounds awesome.
All right, buddy. Nice job today.
Thanks.
All right, Sterling gets back in and into the win column. All right, we got to take one more. We got time for at least one more. We got to go 3 for 3. We got to cap the day with a 3-game win streak after we started, 0 for 5? Were we 0 for 5 to start, Rach?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, let's bring back in our next. Oh, they hung up. They got scared. They were like, I don't want a piece of that winning streak.
Oh, come on, weenies. Man up. You don't lose anything if you get it wrong, just your dignity.
Let's go back to the phone lines. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. What's your name?
Brett.
Brett, here's your question.
All right, Babe Ruth, the great Babe Ruth, smashed a home run record in 1927 by clouding 60 home runs for the Yankees. Whose American League season record did he break? Cy Williams, Ken Williams, Ned Williamson, or his own?
I'm going to say his own.
There you go.
Yes!
I tried to make that one easier.
Right you are, sir. Right you are.
I've never heard of Cy Williams, Ken Williams, Ned Williamson. Well, did you make those names up, Rachel?
No, they're legitimate.
No, you made those up. Williams, and Williamson.
I swear I did not make those up. I got it legitimately from a baseball site. They actually exist.
All right, Brett, hey, I got a gift certificate at Zion Golf or Dixie State tickets to go along with the Jimmy John's. What do you want?
I want Dallas Freddy's Car Wash.
I'm out. I'll get you one later. I'll get you one later.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's it is. Thanks for playing.
Thanks, bye.
3 for 3. 3 for 3. Not bad
4.
today.
Can we get 4 for 4?
We do have 2 minutes of time left till Sports Center.
Let's do it.
Well, if we set the bar too high, I'm gonna run out of prizes next week. We'll save it for next week. Rach, amazing job. Good to have you back on Buzz every Thursday, and we'll talk to you next Thursday. And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Oh, and one last thing, Devin.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoy hearing the show and everything else, I actually started my own Queen Bee blog. If you kind of want to hear a little bit more of what I have to say about certain stories or just random sports ramblings, which some people seem to enjoy, it's at espnthebuzz.blogspot.com, and I post quite often, and I think it's pretty funny. Who knows? Maybe you will too.
Just give me that one more time. ESPN The Buzz.
espnthebuzz.blogspot.com.
I'll check it out. I would probably be good for the host of the show to check out what you're up to during the week.
And you know what? If you guys like legitimately want what I look like, then it's on there too as well.
Gotcha. The Buzz with the Queen Bee. We'll talk to you next Thursday. Thanks, Rach.
Have a good one, Devin.
All right, you too. That is The Buzz on Sports Radio 106.1 ESPN.